Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
On the set.
Mike's 40. Here we go, D. Check 30.
Leo, get it.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
Hey, Alpha.
You're all mine. Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
But I... Go.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Open man, here's Hamilton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Hamilton, the 4th-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie.
Go.
Strip that ball.
Now.
Hey, watch it. Check. Crunch.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Ready. Check. SOS.
Hard.
44. Mike, 44. Watch a slant.
Rock it. Hit it.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
See ya.
Pretty quiet.
Clock now on 1st down. It's caught by Sanders. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Bang. Alert 3.
Sit up.
Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
He's crossing.
He's 61. Matchbox lights. Go. And Steve Griffin.
On 1st down, Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go.
Down. Jackrabbit.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Fair.
Slam.
Ready.
They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
15 left.
Hey, here we go. Watch the back.
80 weapon. Hey, wahoo! Let's go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lock. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And Sanders has got it complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, let's go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down. 47. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 47, Mike. 47. Hey, that's what I do. Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens.
Jackson on 1st down. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Check Mike 34.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got Curse. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Ready. 50, plant.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
2.
Following the fumble recovery, it's locked. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Todd Davis. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. After 7-0 on EA Sports. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. Von Miller in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And taken right at the 35. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
3 buzz.
Hey, exit.
57. Mike, 57. Man, I got you.
Look, squeeze.
Kill.
Hey, lock it.
Kill. Watch it.
Ready, set, go.
Lock now on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jarrett Davis coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Mike's Fofo.
Tighten up.
Block now to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On 2nd down, Johnson on its poke free. Football's out. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. I want to take that course.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
First down, Detroit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Now Jackson going to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it.
Check cross, check cross, check cross.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Hey, Delta.
44 is the mic. 44.
From the 22, Locke throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. This is the tight end Fan. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. This time they stay on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Yes.
Me. I got this. Mike 36. Mike 36.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. I got it. Watch switch.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He finds Riddick complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a one-touchdown game. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He'll return it from the 6. 12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Check. Mike 40, check, he's coming.
Let's go, D.
Go out.
We got to step it up.
Check 52, get it.
To throw again on second down. Lock. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a first down.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Protein spell. Look at me. Door. Light.
Check 24.
Go.
Now Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Leo! Patchy. He's coming. We got double up.
Big edge. Shift.
Ready to go.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
22 jet bombers.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Ready. 15 line.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Hey, Zoo.
Hey, check Mike 57. Oh, get him.
Gone.
Check. Lucky.
Check, go. Hit it.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30. And certainly a valuable tool to have in your kit, Emmanuel Sanders, and he's shown us quite a bit in this one.
And that's why they wanted to use him immediately. You know they come out of the locker room saying, let's get the ball to him, get our offense jump-started, and in this case, it's worked throughout the game. Thus, they have the lead.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
No.
He's got it.
On the ground, it's Reddick. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. You just swerve on.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, Mike. Hey, no. Switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40. Watch the run.
Come.
Check. Switch.
Now.
On 2nd and 9. Locke got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Shift. Watch the shift.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Let's go, baby.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw. Hey, team 6, team 6.
Get that ball. 40's Mike, 40's Mike.
Greystone, travel.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here's Locke to throw. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Mike 34, Mike 34. Check.
Jackson now. And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. A fourth and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down one score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Watt going to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run here with Lindsey. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
57 to Mike.
Look at me. Zipper. Go.
From the gun on third down, Locke. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it with Johnson, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. To throw is Jackson. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
And the Lions first down.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Both sevens the mic. Both sevens the mic. Hey, come on now. Come on now. Whip, whip. Whip, whip. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
And the blitz does come. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'll look to throw. This is caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it's going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Lions, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10.